Holla ballers, what's going on? It's Preacher. Sorry there's not been a daily for the last couple of days. My voice is gone, as you can probably tell. I've been doing a lot of recording recently. Actually enjoying YouTube a surprisingly large amount, considering what's going on. But I thought I'd give you a quick update anyway. We've had several questions back, and obviously some things are confusing some people. Firstly, I'm seeing ads. Is the demonetization over? No, not in the least. What's actually happening is the message we receive, as I showed in the previous video, was not suitable for all advertisers. So what that means is basically the big advertisers have pulled out, and what we're getting is like the advertisers who pay very, very little for a lot of hits. So they might pay, you know, few cents per advert or 1,000 views or something, and they don't really care what video it's on. They just want to get their product or whatever it is out there. So that is actually the demonetization. I think it comes across when you say the word demonetization as being like you just earn absolutely zero. That's not technically true. What you do is earn like 1 or 2% of what you were previously earning. So that's what's happening there. Why you're seeing some ads. I know some people are like, we did it, we got past it. Afraid not, afraid not. I wish that was the case. I really do wish that was the case. So what's happening beyond that then? Well, we're focusing on things like the legacy videos. So for the last like 4 days or so, Andy's been doing a lot of special effects work and stuff on the latest legacy, and obviously I've done the audio, which is why my voice is wrecked because we have to do many takes, and putting that together. So we're focusing on those kind of videos, and alongside YouTube, we're doing more fun content. Like, I'm making videos that I just think are fun to talk about, and also issues. I think it's also freeing me up to talk about issues that I know are controversial. I talked about it several times, like we got so big that if we talked about anything controversial, which is kind of what we used to do, and it's not a case of I'm trying to stir the pot, it's talking about things that tend to make some players very, very, very agitated and angry, often unnecessarily, and sometimes it's not worth talking about those because my comment section is going to turn to crap. So I'm doing that again because I think it's interesting, and nothing else other than that. It's just I think the subject's interesting. So I've been putting together some statistical work on like flying in Argus is what we're going to talk about. It's kind of a hot button topic that causes a lot of issues on both sides, but I still think it's worth discussing. So I'm going to be making a lot more videos like that. What about the guides? The guides at the moment, unfortunately, are on the back burner. As much fun as I was having making them, and going through everything, and also studying like what happens at low gear levels and stuff to counteract, like often people got angry in some of the guides because they read on websites or Discords different things, and what I often had to remind people of is that that's great if you're like mythic geared. Like most of the sims and stuff that are run to calculate things are done on the best gear available, which most players don't have. So I had to do a lot of sim work in the background and working out like, what if I was starting from scratch right now and I don't have set bonuses and things? What do I actually want compared to what, say, an imagined gear set really high up is like? So that meant that it took me probably at least a day and a half full-time play outside of the stream that we do every single day to actually put the numbers together, and then another half day or whatever for Andy to put the video together. So we're talking 2 days, and at this point they're earning like 3 cents. So at this, it's silly, but it's just not worth us doing right now for the small audience that actually wants the guide of something like a survival hunter, right? You know, there's a very niche audience there. And I know you guys love those, but I think in some ways they are a little bit replaced by the dailies, where we could just play multiple specs, and you can see me going through that, because it's a big joy I have in WoW is playing multiple specs, and I'm getting to do that more and more and more. So that's what's happening with the guides. I probably will continue them at some point, but they're really secondary now compared to doing episodes of Baited for Patreon. We're doing 2 more of those soon, and also doing like bigger videos, some top 5s and some legacies, which we're going to have. Basically, we've transferred Andy to permanently editing big videos in the background that take a lot of days' work, because obviously a big part of that goes towards Patreon, which are paying a lot of our way right now until this YouTube situation either resolves itself or it doesn't. So that's kind of how we shifted our priorities. Another part of that is obviously shifting to streaming and into multi-games. You guys know we've wanted to do multi-games for ages. We started Mates What, which is going to be coming back because we still think it's useful for the guys who like it. And plus we get to talk about the games we play in some way. But we've recently just done things like the Metal Gear Solid series playthrough, which has become more popular than I thought it would, which has been great. which is absolutely great. Obviously, if I stream like some Mythic Plus, someone would get like 1,000+ viewers or whatever, and then it usually drop off to like 100 or something if we played a different game. But that's not what's happening actually. It's actually become quite cool. I mean, it's great because we're all experiencing things together. So that's the update I wanted to give you. It's an ongoing issue that I can't really see an end to at the moment. But at the same time, it's just changing our priorities and perspectives. But in very real terms, YouTube is now the absolute worst thing for our business to focus on, because every video we make is like, it's very strange. I suppose the other question people ask is, do we know what's causing it? And the answer is nobody does. Like, channels across YouTube are trying to figure out what it is. It seems heavily word related, like just written word related, because people have uploaded one video and with a completely innocent name, and then re-uploaded it with a Spanish derivation of the name or something like that. So it's the exact same name but in a different language, and that's not been flagged. Some people are saying it could be people reporting the video, like some malicious people. Doesn't seem to be that. And then other people, well, not people, but actually contacts we have within the industry have mentioned to us that our comments section could be a part of it as well. So let's say, as sometimes happens on YouTube, is you make a video about a skin or a transmog, and then for some reason there's a huge political debate raging in your comments section for some reason, but you guys have been on YouTube long enough to know that that absolutely does happen. That could actually be turning off monetization for those people. I'm not sure if that's what's happening. My comment section is pretty good, actually. My comment section, despite like the size of some of the videos, is just absolutely fine. So I don't think that's us, but I'm not going to go through every comment section of every video to try and figure out if someone started being racist somewhere or something like that. It's like no control I have over that. And those people are those people for whatever reason, right? Those people, those reasons, like, oh, here's a video about whatever. Better start being racist. You know what I mean? I don't know what goes through the heads of those guys, as I suppose none of you do either. So that's nothing I can control, but I don't think that's a part of it, but who knows, right? That's the point at the minute in the office, is we're like, what do we think this is? And we're like, we just don't know. We have no idea. But whatever it is, it does feel like YouTube doesn't want us here anymore. And it's certainly not been helped by, obviously, the recent thing with PewDiePie, which I'm sure many of you are aware of, and what that might cause down the line, what it might filter down the line. So I just wanted to let you know, to answer any questions. Those are the most often questions. Like, I saw an ad, everything's fine now, right? It's like, no, not really, but we're still trucking on and we're still doing fine. We've just shifted our attention somewhat elsewhere for now, for safety purposes. But as you see, YouTube's not going anywhere for us at all. I want to just let you know that YouTube's not going anywhere. And for me, I'm just like, I want to make a video about this. I want to make a video about that, which is what I was able to do when we started. And it's been really quite refreshing in some way to have that freedom. It's like, I'm not bothered if a lot of people watch this. That's not the point. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm making this video because I think it's interesting, and if people want to watch it, that's the point. Whereas sometimes you can very much be like, I can make 2 videos today. One that I'm really interested in but might not get a lot of views, or I could make this one, which, you know, is an easy video. Often it's the easier ones. It's the very easy videos that sometimes, like, well, this is going to be like 100 to 200k video. Or do I want to make one that might make 30 or 50,000? It's, you know, those are the questions that run through your head, certainly when you're running a business. But the freedom of it not mattering at all is actually quite nice. I don't really care, which has allowed me to do some fun stuff. So I hope that answers most of the questions. Hopefully we'll have a daily out for you in the next day or so when my voice is somewhat back. And we're having some fun with that. So thank you all for the support. Thank you all for everybody who's like, you know what, screw it, this is cool. We're going to be fine. You're right, we're going to be fine. It shouldn't be a big deal. If it is a big deal, it's a big deal, and there's nothing much I can do about it, unfortunately. So whichever the wind blows on this one is wherever the wind will blow. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Bye-bye.